been doing mostly the 5.
Darth says, last night at a local legacy, I played a spicy brew and went 3-0. Okay, you have to tell us what the spicy brew is, Darth. You can't just say spicy brew.
Yeah. No, so I'm just going to Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you have to post your deck list in the Discord.
Oh, yeah. But they lost.
With a full tournament report.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, Tatum was getting hot, and, like, I feel for him because, like, I knew immediately.
Right?
All right, 1 card on the bottom for Adam. We are ready to go. A multi-6 for Adam. Pluto Delta crack to start the game for Derek. For those of you new around here, you may not know what Derek is up to.
I'm going to attempt to cast Tamio.
Derek's going to cast a turn 1 Tamio.
Man,
Would have kept the first one.
You get the Tamio out.
yep.
I'm going to pass.
All right, there's Tamio. Derek making great use of the modal double-faced, whatever, placeholder checklist cards. Monka TG has arrived in the chat. Say hello to Monka, everybody, please. Please say hello to Monka in the chat. It's like part of the rules of the channel.
I'll keep two.
Darth was playing Grixis Twin and went 3-0 at a local legacy. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, passes it back to Derek, it sounds like, after a ponder. Will Tamio flip? We are on the edges of our seats. Tamio attacks, makes a clue.
Second main phase.
Basic island, basic swamp.
Vile, nice. Yep.
Yep.
Play Lush Portico. Surveil.
All right, passing the turn. Limdol's Vault on NSEP.
Seven? 5?
5.
Limdol's Vault. A card that, since I'm a kid, a lot of my first cards that I owned as a kid were Ice Age. Or around that time period. And Limdol's Vault always looks so cool. Never could figure out what it did when I was less than 10 years old. But it seemed really interesting.
I'm going to leave this.
All right. Derek is going to choose those 5, shuffle the rest of the library. Looked like Derek paid 1 life 1 time? Is that right?
Be very quick with it because it's
Or twice, actually.
so it's like this is the cards I'm going to put on top.
Monka with a great question. Did they ever make a Lim Duel? I believe they did, right? Am I misremembering that? Was there like a commander of Loom Duel?
Cool. I'm going to leave it right.
That is such a great question from Monka. I don't remember. There it is. Life Code's got it. Lim Duel the Necromancer.
Combat? Send me.
All right, Tamio makes another clue.
Go.
It's an Undercity Sewer. Surveil left the card on top. There's a Nethergoy for Adam. It's just got 1 power as of right now, it looks like.
Shelley's Edict make you sack a non-token creature.
Shieldred's Edict. Shelley's Edict. Nethergoy gone.
Draw.
Okay, Monka thinks the Limdol card is too expensive.
Shipwreck Marsh. Combat?
Shipyard Marsh. Attacking with Tamio. Make a clue.
Yeah.
Cards?
5.
Sure. I'll just pass.
What's this land called? I forgot.
Let's step on Castable last turn.
I'll respond.
Play Dark Depths, no counters. Last turn.
I'll cast around the loft to counter it.
Ooh, 2 cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, a Orcish Bowmaster was countered by Drown in the Loch. Thank you, Akalith, for remembering its Shipwreck Marsh.
Actually,
Thoughtseize, we might get a look at what Derek is up to. Tainted Pact and Ponder.
I'm at 17.
Now, I know some of you are going to jump to conclusions. This is just like a fun brew, and, you know, the Tainted Pact is not a serious deck or whatever. Derek consistently does well at local events, including competitive events. If you're looking for stylish and interesting decks to play, keep an eye on Derek. Derek consistently trying something new and having success.
You don't have this in there.
If you've been hanging out with us on stream for a while, you're already aware of what I'm saying. Derek has had like several top 8s over the last year at local competitive events, and makes for a hard to predict and difficult opponent for sure. So the Ponder has resolved. There's a Prismatic Vista in play. 3 clues. Derek taking the clue situation very seriously.
Crack a clue to draw a card.
Yep.
Yep. Tommy will flip.
Okay, cracking a clue. Tamiyo's going to turn into a Planeswalker. Oh, that's right. With the Ponder, yeah.
Pass.
Darth's is all for brewing. Legacy's so open right now. While I usually just play breakfast, I like coming up with different things. Can't hurt to try different things.
Spawn. Crack.
Prismatic Vista getting cracked here. DJ Kenny is here. What's up, DJ Kenny? Voodoo has arrived. Yes, this is the 90s MTG stream. If that's not what you were expecting, you clicked on something. Maybe hit the back button.
I'll crack a clue to draw a card.
Is Derek drawing cards in response to a
You
Thoughtseize?
go to 16?
I do.
16 all.
All right, Thoughtseize is happening. Spellseeker, Tainted Pact, Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle is taken. And a land, I think it's Scalding Tarn?
Make a 6/6.
Okay.
6/6 Murktide for Adam. AP, thank you for the resub. 44 months for AP. 44 months and still not a Serendipity on stream. You know, maybe we need to get one. Thank you, AP. AP's been with us a long time. One of our best people. Very early on in 90s MTG's story, AP was there hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Spellseeker happening.
I'm going to attempt to go for the throat, the Murktide.
We'll force pitch brainstorm. Okay.
Okay, looking for a go for the throat. That's going to get forced pitching a brainstorm, I believe. So it seems like Murktide has been protected. Cloud Jin on stream would be interesting. What we need for AP is for one of the next couple of sets to have a card that conjures Serendipity. And then we're good.
Targeting the throat.
Okay, Tamiyo's going to retrieve that go for the throat. Drop down to 1 loyalty. Spellseeker is the creature on Derek's side.
Bowmaster is fine.
Shoot the 10,
All right, Tamiyo shot down by a Bowmaster.
Oh, you didn't mind.
Thank you, the dog.
Oh, you didn't plus the TV.
Yeah, I go 10.
Magic Ads has arrived. What's up, Magic Ads? Okay, Murktide gets in for an attack. Derek takes the damage. Derek has that Tainted Pact and go for the throat in hand. We saw Thassa's Oracle before. It's a watery grave dug up there.
To my turn. Upkeep. Draw for turn.
And if you've been hanging out with us for a while, you're aware that, you know, we have some, for our region, let's say, top Eternal format players here in New York City that jam at local events, and we see them on camera. And then there's Derek with off-meta decks, consistently doing well. It's impressive. That was an impulse, by the way.
I'll just pass.
Check with my
Ramalito is here. Shout out to Ramalito.
play this massive
Yep, 1-2, right?
2-3.
2-3, sure.
Okay, a 2-3 Nethergoyf. Derek is unimpressed. AP says, when will Dimir Derek face Jeskai John on stream? Yeah, you know what? It could happen.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were gonna like try to. I wasn't sure exactly what you were gonna do with this, but I mean, it seems like once a white source is available, essentially the source is open, and then you get 2020.
Maybe
Yeah,
UC.
that was the idea.
Second biggest is
Okay, gets an underground C. There are duels in the deck after all.
Two cards?
I have 2 right now. You know one of them.
Okay, 2 cards in Derek's hand.
Yeah, I'm going to cast it in, so I'm going to cast Hand Pact.
Okay, Tainted Pact will resolve. What will Derek find?
I'll just check something.
Oh, Thassa's Oracle? Are there multiple Thassa's Oracles? Is that Dimir Charm?
May I read?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it.
That is a fatal push,
1 card, right?
which is kind of interesting. 1 card in Adam's hand.
It's Chains of Mephis.
Chains of Mephistopheles, okay. Lorien revealed. Snapcaster. All right, Derek's going to take a look. Does Snapcaster do anything interesting?
I'm going to grab I'm actually going to take Snapcaster and Age.
And those are all exiled?
These are exiled.
Yep.
And look at the one. I'll take my turn.
Okay, so Snapcaster has been chosen. It goes to Derek's hand. The rest of the cards get exiled. Adam's looking through the graveyard. So was there a Thassa's Oracle in the deck and a Thassa's Oracle in the graveyard? So there's 2 Thassa's Oracles? Could that be right, chat? In the Tainted Pact deck?
Route 16.
Okay, Twitch chat confirming that's what I saw. I thought my eyes were lying to me for a moment.
Because I'm actually going to cast something. Good. Let me just do it now. You're going to have a good laugh with this, so I'm going to cast more Tide. I'm going to get rid of Impulse.
Okay, a Murktide on Derek's side. Maybe not what we were expecting. It's a serious threat. Exiles a bunch of stuff from the yard.
And Ponder. So it'll be for 5.
Full blown.
It'll be full.
Full-blown Murktide. I agree.
I'll just pass.
Specchio, absolutely right. You never know what to expect out of Derek's deck. That is true. Like, it's actually scary to play against these decks. Like, what am I going to lose to this time?
Okay. Untap upkeep. Draw. Move to combat.
Yep.
For 8.
We'll go to 7.
Okay, Murktide gets in for 8. Adam drops to 7.
I was actually kind of happy that
Adam could be in big trouble here. Adam scoops it up. Derek takes game 1.
I'm originally from Ohio, so I think.
Oh, totally.
I know it was a little unexpected, but
All right, Derek off to a great start on today's stream with a win with Tainted Pact. Yeah, what's Derek's commander? Derek's a respected deck builder in our community for sure.
You want to pass turn?
-6.
Okay, ENT line touch.
A little bit of a group project too. Some of our local friends also give some input on these builds. Point being, we're not messing around. We're trying to win here on Derek's side. All right, 1 card on the bottom.
This is based on lands, right?
Yeah.
So I'll use the Echo.
Draw.
Okay, so
Thoughtseize you.
yeah.
Okay, here's a Thoughtseize getting fired off. Scalding Tarn gets cracked. Darth says Tainted Pact is legal in Commander. Fascinating, LOL. Yeah, I don't really
That's fine.
I don't really know much about what's going on there. All right, the old brainstorm in response to a Thoughtseize situation. Yeah, the one of Thoughtseize in the opening hand seems pretty good. Specchio, absolutely right.
Thoughtseize evasion, everybody.
Yeah, Derek was talking to us there. I don't know what he said. Derek kind of talks to the camera sometimes, and it's interesting. Pretty much the only person that does that.
I'll put these 2 on top. And toss these.
I go to 18.
All right, that Thoughtseize is going to resolve. Let's take a look at the hand. Nethergoyf, Molten Collapse, I believe. Volcanic Island, Force of Negation, Polluted Delta, and Fatal Push. Yeah, the Singleton deck is pretty brave. I was saying moments ago, Derek takes a lot of feedback from our local players on what could be in this deck. I'm trying to convince Derek to put Lutri in the sideboard.
Force negation.
Cut a Tainted Pact, get Lutri in there. Force of Negation is selected, goes into the trash. A little scary for Adam. I'm worried for Adam right now. Specchio says Lutri seems strong. I agree.
Crack the Prismaticus.
Tainted Pact, copy it. I don't know.
Yeah, if you have it, you have it. You're like, what?
Yeah, it's true. Singleton does have the advantage that you cannot possibly know what they have in hand. All right, basic island, basic swamp. Derek currently immune to Wasteland.
I'm gonna ponder.
I'll cast a ball.
Copy a Temporal Mastery Miracle. All right, a Ponder
So I'll take 2 because after the
is getting responded to by an Orcish Bowmaster. Derek is fine with it all.
Black Stones.
I'll leave these both on top. I'll draw. Let's go.
3.
Did we miss the Bowmaster trigger? Oh, I guess they did it before. Okay.
Yep.
2/2 Orc Army. Now comes Nethergoyf. So Adam has a clock for sure. Passes it back to Derek. Adam's hand is Unknown Card, Molten Collapse, Fatal Push. That's a Sunken Ruins, I believe it's called.
Tamio?
Okay, Tamio.
I'll just pass.
Yeah, Toxic Deluge might not have been bad.
Oh. You go to 18.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast my own Bowmasters in response. Trevor the Bowmasters. I'll kill your Bowmaster. And then you can search.
I'll bowmaster your bowmaster.
Yep, that's fine.
According to some people on social media, the only way to beat a bowmaster in Legacy is to have your own bowmaster, right? It's the only way.
Even a business.
Okay, dumps a Nile Spellbomb into the graveyard. Doesn't look very useful at the moment. Nethergoyf, 2/2 Orc Army. Up against a Tameo, 1/1 Orc Army, and Bowmaster. Adam has removal. Fatal Push and Molten Collapse in hand.
Instant creature.
Yep.
Declare blocks.
Yep.
I'm at 9. Is that right? 15 out of 19?
Yeah,
Or
because I
9.
forgot to get
12.
Oh, no, it's
play land for turn.
yeah.
I'll block, what was it? Oh, sorry. I'll block like this.
Okay, so Tameo blocking the Orc Army. It's a 2/2. 1/1 Orc Army from Derek's side. Chumps and dies in combat. No damage gets through to Derek.
So I would have.
You would have priority again, yes.
So I'm going to push.
Fatal Push on the Bowmaster. Bowmaster down.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to molten collapse.
I say
Okay. Yeah, so I'm still, it's not my turn yet.
3 cards in Derek's hand.
yeah, sure. I should probably know
Oh, okay.
Murktide. Derek impressed.
Day 9.
Looks like it's going to be a 6/6. Keeping some types in the yard for Nethergoyf. Maybe 2 types in the yard right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that really matters, but yes.
Yeah, no, totally. And I'm just gonna wait for the draw.
Looks like Derek just drew Thassa's Oracle. Cracks some Marsh Flats.
Good, oh, there we go.
Am I dead?
Yeah. I'll play it out though.
You have Oracle Impact?
I have it, yeah. I'll play it though, just so you could see it.
Theatrics, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Adam asking, am I dead? And Derek says yes. I believe Derek said I have Oracle and Pact.
Process Oracle? Yep. Triggers on the stack. Tam Pact.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yep, good games.
GG.
That is the match. Derek gets it. Tainted Pact, everybody. Was it on your radar? Is it on your spreadsheet? GG's. It's got a 100% win rate on stream this week. Wow. Let's set up another poll for the chat to decide which match we will watch next. Your options will be Miracles versus Dimir Tempo or Dimir Murktide. Temur Delver versus Doomsday. Doomsday versus Jeskai Cutter or Jeskai Control. Breakfast, Cephalid Breakfast versus Reanimator. 1 minute, get your votes in. Get your votes in. Yeah, Specchio pointing out not going to make him flip through the deck to make sure. I guess not. Do we have Derek's list on Discord? I don't think we do right now, but we have in the past, and I will get it if someone makes a post in the Decklist channel. Derek's pretty active in our Discord, so I'm sure Derek will be happy to share his latest build. Shout out to Derek. Steven says it's got to be super annoying to lose to such a combo. Its number says that's a commander-ass combo. Yeah, that was very commander. Almost out of time on this poll. Close vote. Not many votes this time. Breakfast versus Reanimator up next. The dog contributed 300 channel points. Let's do it. Diving in.
Where'd you pick them up?
You use like good luck dice roll.
When I was at Bearded Dragon for an event a couple weeks ago, both have purple sleeves. Yeah, light purple, no less. I will keep this.
Okay, Adam is back again, but on the on a different deck. This is Reanimator. And on the left, we have Cephalid Breakfast. That would be Yosef. Getting ready to go. Both players with Magicon playmats. Both players with purplish sleeves. There's a lot going on here. Are you rooting for Dark Ritual on the left or Brainstorm on the right, chat? As far as playmats.
I'm gonna mulligan. I'm gonna learn this.
I'll join you in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Shuffle party.
Okay, one card on the bottom for Yosef. We are ready to go. Tundra, Tamio.
Go ahead.
Brutal. Okay. Let's see. Cool.
If you're playing against someone whose playmat is signed by Douglas Schuler, you should start off with an automatic loss.
Nope. We're
I'm
gonna
talking about your putting
Oh,
that.
this is
Twitch chat pretty split here, rooting for one playmat or the other. Some of them are rooting for Dark Ritual on the left. Some of them are rooting for Brainstorm on the right. Both playmats part of the kind of new series of really rare promo versions of old favorites. I think both this Dark Ritual and this Brainstorm are extremely hard to find.
This really hurts. Okay.
Do that.
Yep.
Do that.
Yep.
Play marks up.
Playmats both look sick, though. Super cool.
Misty Rainfall. Yep. And Cracky. Infowords 19. I will get a basic.
Play this guy.
You're playing Emery. You got Emery.
This was a 4.
Yep.
Ramalita with a great question. Is Tamio a legacy staple? I would say absolutely. It's a top creature in this format.
I'm not sure what we're
Alright,
doing.
Surveillance. This will go graveyard.
Yeah.
About RFG.
Yeah. You can put the graveyard wherever you want.
Undercity Sewer Surveil for Adam. Yeah, Tamio plus Brainstorm is pretty good.
I'm also playing Ancient too.
Oh,
I am also going to play Grim Monolith.
oh. Speaking of big hazard,
Is that okay?
All right, there's a Surveil happening. Dumps a Flooded Shrine into the graveyard. Don't need that right now.
6. 4.
Here's the spoiler. Okay. Roll 10. And 12.
The orange sleeve on Yosef's side, I guess, is a clue. Oh, boy.
Custom ops over.
Okay.
Alright.
That is Entomb. So Entomb is going to resolve. Adam is going to put a creature into the graveyard.
I know what I'm playing against.
It will be Archon of Cruelty.
Play this.
No, it's it's facing swamp.
Let's reanimate targeting Archon.
Reanimate, targeting Archon.
Alright, I take 8. I'll take 5, really.
yeah, just -5, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, Archon of Cruelty is in. Tamio is sacrificed. Life totals are arranged. Prismatic Ending is discarded. That's not going to be very useful right now.
1 blue, 3 colorless.
AP with a medium take. Tamio is absolutely busted. Ramalito says it probably got overshadowed by the Frog last year. Tamio is still a solid backup win con in a lot of decks. Tamio's up there as far as creatures, the ranking of creatures in Legacy. Yeah, Tamio needs a reprint.
Surveillance. They're popular.
That's good.
It's a hedge maze on Yosef's side. Serval.
I'll attempt to start.
Once again, the orange sleeve on Yosef's side is a clue.
Yeah, you look both at the same time. Here we go. You have to draw.
Oh, yeah, I should do that, right?
Don't be nervous. It's okay.
Voodoo with a question. Which is stronger, Tameo or Grief? So I've been watching some Timeless on YouTube. I know people get super triggered when I mention arena formats, as Nadu is surveilled into the graveyard. But it seems like Grief is super relevant, Tameo not really.
These go to the bottom. Yeah.
So,
The three that you. So you.
But they have Deathrite Shaman legal and Psychic Frog and a bunch of other stuff. So it's quite different than Legacy, but somewhat of a data point maybe.
yeah, sure.
Okay, Archon of Cruelty attacking here. Its triggers happening. Prismatic Ending is discarded. Yosef obviously needs to get rid of this Archon, or he's going to lose this game. There is a chance, though, that Yosef could combo off and win, despite the Archon. Bowmaster getting flashed in.
Yep.
Sure.
Name, I guess blue.
Sure.
You go.
Draw.
Yes, I did.
Okay, maybe going for combo stuff. Cephalid Illusionist, Nomads and Core, getting dazed.
What are the other?
I had one feeling, it's gone.
Yeah.
Force pitching Daze on the Daze, trying to stop Nomads and Core.
It's an ancient tomb. It's just
Yosef is on empty.
the Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah? I guess I'll just take a peek at your deck.
Yeah, sure.
Monolith?
I am dead.
All right, Yosef is getting the victory here. Taking a look through the deck now is Adam. Pizzette, thank you for the sub with Prime. Thank you, thank you.
Take.
Wow.
It looked like Yosef was in big trouble. Managed to combo off anyway. Through a daze. Game 1 goes to breakfast.
Because you have me down on board anyway.
Yep. There's no point.
Yosef was dead on board. Managed to win. Magic Ads rooting for breakfast.
I'll keep this one. Move on. It's good.
Okay, turn 1 Ponder here in game 2 for Adam. Looked like both players kept 7, I think.
I will
You guessed correctly.
I will not be putting in a. You might be putting in Corny. That might make me say it. I don't know. Gentleman's agreement. Never play Corny.
I'm not sure.
I'm really glad that.
Okay, Ponder Shuffle. That's probably a good sign for Yosef, I guess. Adam will be a little bit prepared to experience the breakfast combo here. Kiviuk says Adam mulled. Okay, I might have missed a card getting placed on the bottom. Thank you, Kiviuk.
Just 11. Just 11. I'm still 4 right now. Yes.
I used to do that with Emrakul.
That's what I use.
2 Emrakul.
Okay, basic island for Yosef. Pass the turn. Nothing going on turn 1.
Ugin. The 10 mana one?
Nile Spellbomb. That is a disruptive card for sure.
Oh, are you playing Oculus? It's good.
Brainstorm for Yosef here. AP says Stronghold and Torment proving their legacy metal. When is Wizards going to apologize to me personally for the Stronghold and Torment sets?
Good.
Traz says we'll let you off with a warning for this slight miss. Yeah, sometimes I miss things on stream, and people get very upset.
Yeah, the first one you might have looked at 4 cards.
Yeah, Magic adds keeping a spreadsheet of it all. I don't know, folks. Like, try like watching a Magic game and also read chat at the same time.
Yeah. No.
Here's Tamio for Adam.
Well, I was playing Eldrazi. I got rid of the
Yeah. You can still play Eldrazi. It's just a different style of Eldrazi.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. It was more of like a mid-range.
It works for you at the moment.
Brainstorm. What's happening? No Bowmaster.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like that Brainstorm's foil, right?
Full grade.
Well, you had to come to that turn because I just threw my bouquet key
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
off the stock. Yeah, because I can do it twice.
Yeah, but it still would shuffle back in.
No, you lose because
No, it's on my upkeep when I draw. So I'd always get my draw trigger. You can't do it. You have to remove it. You have to remove Emrakul from my graveyard. Doesn't matter how many times you do it, because Emrakul would trigger, and then you would, if you do it in response, I still mill. Doesn't matter. Then I mill nothing.
There's a Nile Spellbomb on the board, which will be disruptive to the breakfast combo.
Draw step.
Yusuf is aware. We saw prismatic endings in game 1, so we have ways to deal with the Spellbomb in the deck, assuming they didn't all get sided out.
And then trigger would resolve, and Emrakul would shuffle, and I would draw my card.
All right, another Brainstorm for Yusuf.
Use like Soul Guide Lantern, or removal. You have to remove Emrakul. So it works the second time.
Tamio was Swords, in case anybody missed that.
Is you mill everything, Emrakul triggers, you remove the Emrakul. Everything shuffles, my whole deck shuffles, then you mill me again. Yes, that's how it works.
yeah, I did not have the soul
I'm
guide.
telling my opponent how to beat me, but you know, it's okay.
Actually, I had the
AP with a great question. Did Yusuf side in 15 Brainstorms? We might need a deck check.
It has to be considered that one. Okay.
Load of blue.
Wasteland on the Tundra, floating a blue.
You gonna have a play?
Misty Rainforest gets cracked. Card in the the card in Yosef's graveyard was a Swords to Plowshares Mischief version.
We're playing Magic.
Meticulous Archive, Serval.
This is where we get the Northern off the top.
Mischief was an art collective, I believe, based in Brooklyn, New York. Did a really wild secret lair a couple of years ago. I hope they do another. All right, here's a ponder for Yosef now. No sign of Bowmasters or anything scary on Adam's side. Adam is holding a few cards in hand right now. Likely has something in hand to help support the Nihil Spellbomb and stopping the combo. We're going to see. Here's a Tundra. Nomads and Core, okay. It's a creature. Nomads and Core. Adam is fine with it. All right, passing it back. Yeah, double Nomads on the beatdown. Tell you what, I mean, to get attacked for lethal by a Nomads and Core has got to feel real bad. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, folks. It's going to be really demoralizing for all of us.
keep him.
Yes.
You're gonna have to pitch a card for that force, buddy. Da! Okay.
I'll take it.
Sure.
Done.
All right, attacking with the Nomads. They get through. 2 damage. Adam's going to crack a fetch.
Surveilling.
So you could meet a
Undercity Sewer Surveil.
untap it with monolith ability, so it's not exactly hurt.
Yeah, yeah. But I want to make sure it counted as
Yes,
mana.
yeah. I can still tap it for now.
Attack.
One blue, and then
Sure.
The surveil mechanic, everybody.
draw. Well, I will surveil rather. I'll leave it on top.
It's a good one.
Okay, leaves it on top. Yosef says it's a good one. Yosef mind reading here, it sounds like.
Sure.
Ponder resolves. Sure, why not? Retro frame ponder. Very interesting. For anyone new around here, legacy players are very, very particular about frames and art for their cards. Some of it is a little much.
I'm gonna shuffle. Sure.
All right, a ponder shuffle for Adam. All right, Twitch chat agrees.
Protection, another swap. Drop for any bonus. I'll attempt to return. Go ahead.
Go on.
That's interesting.
Go.
Magic Ass has got to have the OG arts. Yeah, big thing. Yeah, we need white border surveillance. I actually agree.
Sure. You can't cast both.
Surveillance, kind of a legacy highlight of 2024, or, you know, one of the highlights. As far as new cards, Hedge Maze now surveilling for Yosef. They've had a big impact on this format. Yeah, the Nomads and Core continue to attack. Yeah, Modern also very much affected by the surveillance. I mean, any format they're in, they're seeing play. Teferi Time Raveler, that could be a way to break through as far as the Nile Spellbomb situation.
I'll wait your good art and draw a card in response.
Okay, cracking the Nile Spellbomb in response, drawing a card. Bowmaster.
You take one, shoot
Yep,
one of your
go to
guys.
Okay, a Nomads and Core has been defeated by the Bowmaster. The 90s MTG hoodies should be in our online shop. If they're not, let me know. Okay, bouncing the Orc Army after a Swords on the Bowmaster. Orc Army gone. Passing it back. Teferi on 1 loyalty.
Get the Greenland.
Hedge Maze blown up by a Wasteland. Worried about Nadu.
Swing one.
Lamenting Core continues to attack. Ponder resolving here for Yosef. Life total still high on both sides.
You draw 3 when it comes into play?
That's not a major concern at the moment. Cavern of Souls on Wizard. Here's Nadu. That could put Yosef way ahead in this game if that Nomads can't be dealt with. Teferi protects it for now. 4 triggers of Nomads and Core. Carpet of Flowers, Narcomoeba, Savannah, and another Nadu.
Cast Carpet of Flowers.
Two blue. Guys, transmute artifact.
I'm already in my second main, so that sucks for me.
I get to choose it after it resolves.
Passing the turn. Nomads and Core can be activated at instant speed, so we could see 4 more triggers on Adam's turn. Fatal push on the Nomads. Okay, so the Nomads is getting targeted here. A Nomads off the top, and that is the match Adam sees no way to win this game. Breakfast, everybody. Wins through Graveyard Hate with Nadu card advantage. Deck is powerful. Let's set up another poll for the chat to decide which match next on today's stream. Doomsday versus Jeskai Cutter. Dimir Pact versus Jeskai. Doomsday versus Dimir Tempo or Dimir Murktide. Or Miracles versus Dimir Tempo. You have 1 minute. Get your votes in. Darth says, without Troll, don't think Reanimator should be sticking with the hybrid Reanimator Tempo build. It's a worse Reanimator and worse blue-black Tempo. I honestly don't know, but I've heard like people saying, oh, it's still the best deck. Oh, you know, the best thing to be doing is still Reanimator. I don't know. There's like there's a lot of varying opinions on this matter, I guess. All right, votes are happening right now in the chat. Which match next? It is up to the chat. Let's see what Twitch chat wants. Close vote. Not a lot of channel points getting spent on this one so far. Almost out of time. And we're going to Doomsday versus Jeskai. Knight Rider 79 contributed 150 channel points. Let's do it. Let's set this up. Diving in.
Snap.
Easy. So, Gaio. Is that how you pronounce it? Gaio?
No, it's Gully.
You come straight from work on Monday nights.
I'm thinking
That's why I
yeah.
no, I know.
Anytime during the weekends, I have
Yeah,
to some straightforward.
got it.
If we get in.
And I was thinking that was you.
Yeah.
Okay, Doomsday on the left, that would be Zach. Jeskai on the right, that would be Herman. Looks like Herman in the middle of mulligans. Doomsday has Zach has kept 7. Zach, a player I'm excited about. We've seen Zach. Zach is somewhat new to the channel. Has been playing really well. Has some great matches already in our YouTube archive for you to watch. And Herman has become a crowd favorite as well. So this should be fun. 1 card on the bottom for Herman. A mulligan to 6. Zach has kept 7. Polluted Delta Pass.
The players here are good.
Looks like Herman has the cutter in hand.
I think here is a good believer.
Turn 1 ponder for Herman. That's going to resolve.
Yeah, the prices are going crazy. I'm happy with Remods.
High stakes.
Last pass.
Loser has to take a bus. I'm aware. I feel like we talked about that one. Like, what bus? Yeah.
Or like, I think the worst one was the loser had to stake at the city bike.
Look like stock up was drawn here by Herman.
Even worse.
Polluted Delta Flooded Strand on Zach's side. What Flooded Strand is that, by the way? Where's that one from? I don't recognize that one. I don't know.
Like church thing.
Oh, okay.
That's the nearest one.
Oh, it's MH3? Shows how much I know.
Yeah, because I live
Go ahead and just run out the cover.
Corey Steele Cutter. The Cutter is seeing a lot of play. Cutter is seeing play in Standard, seeing play in Pioneer, I think. Modern. Cutter's being talked about in Legacy. Cutter's gifting a plane, the whole thing.
Because I haven't really explored like the. Because now I live closer to Broadway, so I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of.
Flooded Strand getting cracked. Polluted Delta getting cracked. Double Underground Seas. Jackson says that's a cons Flooded Strand. Yeah, on Herman's side it was a cons. Different version on Zach's side. Looks like a Daze getting fired off on the cutter.
You guys like no, this is real magic. I was like, what the hell is happening? This is a real format.
Okay, tapping 3 Underground Seas. Doomsday has hit the stack. Force pitching Force. Force. Pitching Tamio. Herman scoops it up. Moving on to game 2. Herman does not mess around. There's no time to waste. Also, look at Herman's attire. Do you dress nice for Legacy Night?
I'll keep it.
Have some respect.
Yeah, I'll keep it. Go ahead.
Flooded Strand, pass the turn.
Meyer, crack it. Thank you.
Okay, Bloodstained Meyer gets correct. Magic Ad says Herman wins best dressed. Yeah, so far on today's stream, I think Herman has it. Okay, Thoughtseize gets fired off. Teferi Time Rattler, stock up, Force of Will, Island, Plains.
Jeskai, I was not expecting that. Yeah, we'll take the Teferi. Let's stock up on Force of Will. Good stuff.
That's fine. Good.
Yeah, the 90s MTG playmats are only available through Ink Gaming. Definitely make a post in our Discord about the merch. I'll have to look into where the hoodies ended up.
You're at 13, I'm at 14, right? Yep.
Sometimes our merch shop just removes random items because they're out of stock on the type of item that it is or whatever. It's all printed demand, so I'll look into it.
The basic island and this.
Keith Master Flex dropping some bagels on us.
One of the weird. Oh, okay.
Stock up Force Plains in Herman's hand, plus 2 unknown cards.
No foil for friggin' massive.
Zach won game 1 with a Doomsday protected by Force. Basic Island, Basic Swamp now on Zach's side.
Yeah, that's fine.
And brainstorm. Sure.
There's a Brainstorm for Zach. We're in a place right now in Magic the Gathering where there really are so many amazing basic lands to choose from. Anybody watching right now using some interesting basic lands that maybe other people have overlooked? Let us know. I like Zach's style here. There's a Tamio.
Ground C. Brainstorm.
Going after it. Brainstorm with Tamio on the battlefield. Herman's going to fetch in response. The unstable basics are really nice. Tokyo Secret Lair basics are also really nice. The SpongeBob ones look really cool, actually. There's a Power Blast getting fired off on Tamio.
Attempt to force.
Force pitching Daze. Force back. This is a big fight over Tamio. Basically being able to flip. Not sure what we're waiting on here.
Yeah, I'll force your force. Okay, so Tamio destroyed.
Okay, Tamio ends up in the garbage. Brainstorm's going to resolve now.
Trigger. You lose.
Great choices by the chat on basic lands. We saw some 8-bit basics on stream recently, I think, or did I see that in real life? I used some of those myself from Jubilee. Portal 3 Kingdoms are great. Mercadian Masks look pretty cool.
Yep.
6.
I'm gonna skip.
Fourth for one.
Fourth Earlingus, X is 1. Makes a human knight. Attacks with it. It looks like Herman is going to become the Monarch. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Fatal push. It's gone. Never mind. No Monarch. I got excited.
Interesting. One card in hand? One.
I'll take.
Barrelboy?
Barrowglyph's a nasty one.
Instant land.
For the last couple of years, there's been a lot of, really like pushing 10 years at this point. There's been a lot of discussion as far as the Monarch, the Initiative, Companion. Some of the mechanics from the past 10 years have, if you go around and talk to legacy players at a convention or whatever, they're not really happy about. A lot of those mechanics have been kind of suppressed in the current metagame. They're not really that relevant. You're not seeing many people taking the initiative. You're not seeing many people becoming the Monarch these days. Maybe we're kind of past that most of the time. Undercity Sewer, Surveil. Yeah, the city's blessing is completely busted. AP is absolutely right. Have you seen Ocelot Pride, chat? Barrowglyph on the board. Looks like it has 5 power. Ponder. Mirrodin did have some nice basic lands.
I haven't played lands.
Like that. Draw. Attack with Barrelboy?
Yeah.
All right, Barrowglyph hits hard, as most of you know. Now its ability will trigger milling 5 cards. One of them is a Barrowglyph, one of them is a Bowmaster. One of them is Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. Can't return that, though.
Take another Goyf. Draw second main. Another Goyf. Pass to you.
Shades of blue this time.
Yeah. I think last time I played it, I was on teams.
2 Barrowglyphs on the battlefield. Passing the turn. Herman thinking for a moment on end step, holding a Tundra.
I did, yeah. Oh my god, it was so hard to play. It doesn't look like it.
What could Herman do here?
Remember the days when there weren't tribals yet, and people were playing like OG tribals with like the same
All right, Herman's going to fetch, drop to 12.
caster, flashback, tribal plays.
Yeah. Good old days.
Back then, you had to work for our domain.
Yeah.
Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, 4th Earlingus is chosen.
Especially now with the triumphs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it would probably be nuts. Alright, kill it. This one I'll try.
Lorien revealed with 4th Earlingus on top of the library. Draws 3 cards. One of them is a Brainstorm. One of them, of course, is the 4th Earlingus. Not sure what the third was, but Herman's going to pass a turn.
And then you had like do the thought ceases.
Yeah. Yeah, then you shredded my hand too. Yeah.
4th Earlingus next turn could be interesting.
Like, if I didn't have anything,
Still just 5.
Still 5 power on these Barrowglyphs. There was already a Planeswalker in the yard.
That would be nice.
I don't know. Yeah, it was all.
Swing with 2 Goyfs.
Sure, I'll take 10.
Gain 10.
Let's see. I'm going to consign to memory one of the triggers.
One of the mill triggers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so a consign to memory on one of the triggers from the Baraglyph's landing here. So it's only going to trigger once. Looks like a Brazen Borrower was found, along with Unearth, another Kaito. Yeah, there are so many 90s cards in this format. I mean, people kind of scream about power creep or whatever, but like most decks are mostly old cards.
Pass to you.
With the exception being like the Mardu decks or something with the Modern Horizons 3 cards.
Am I leaving it face up? Yep. All right, go ahead. Always.
All right, is a Brainstorm in response. Bowmaster, that is the match. Zach gets it. GG's. Bowmaster. Wow. Let's set up another poll. Keep things moving along. Which match next? Is it Cutter versus Doomsday? Blue-Black Pact, Dimir Pact versus Jeskai Cutter. Miracles versus Dimir Murktide. Breakfast versus Mystic Forge. 1 minute. Get your votes in. Voodoo says, are there any Dreadnought players in NYC? There are. And occasionally we see them on stream. But it's not a deck I'm frequently seeing at the top tables. I don't know. There are a lot of matches going on in the background. A lot of decks we don't end up seeing on stream. At least not usually. Yeah, Reanimate's still a 90s card. Even after the 90s too, like a lot of the cards in Legacy are from like 2000 to 2010. Like the first 20 years of the game is a big part of Legacy, like huge. Almost out of time on this poll. A lot of votes coming in here. All right, Blue-Black Pact versus Jeskai Cutter. The dog contributed 150 channel points. Let's do it. Diving in.
About a couple of weeks ago, I had actually an ear infection, but it was because of the weather change, but now I'm 100% again. Yeah, so it was like, thank God, it wasn't anything crazy. I will. Sure.
All right, Herman's back on the right with Jeskai. Derek on the left with this Dimir build. For anyone that just joined us on today's stream and did not see the match earlier, I'll leave it a little bit vague on purpose. Allow all of this to unfold for your entertainment. Derek versus Herman. This should be good.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Both players kept 7. Basic Island, pass the turn. Flooded Strand. Looks like Herman's holding a copy of Force of Will. Passes it back.
I'm on 19.
Okay.
Want to change to Mephistopheles?
I'll respond.
Yeah.
Chains of Mephistopheles is on the stack. Herman's going to respond to that.
Brainstorm?
Yeah, I mean, not gonna
Yeah,
do it.
I'll respond.
That's fine.
Do you mind if I ask you to play reveal?
Keith Master Flex with a great question. Does anyone actually know what Chains does? No. They don't make cards like they used to, right, chat? Remember back when Magic was good?
We had never worked on it.
What do we do? 2 trade?
And then I will try to force a little pitch.
4 cards?
Force pitching Brainstorm on chains.
How many cards right now?
5.
That's fine.
Okay, 5 cards left in Herman's hand. Passing the turn. We got chains out of the way.
I don't expect another card following up to us and other spell.
That's fine.
Storm Chaser's Talent, a card that's been hot in our local meta. It resolves.
I'll pass.
I'll caress you again.
Steel Cutter, trigger power.
Sure.
Here is the Corey Steel Cutter triggering prowess.
Plays on the stack. Response. Vendilion Cleave?
Sure.
Ventillion Click, okay. Ponder, Teferi, Teferi.
I'll take the Ponder. Bottom draw. And the 2 Teferis. That's fine. Corey's good.
Okay, Corey Steel Cutter is going to resolve.
And pass.
I'll take Kaito.
Draw.
It's your turn.
Yep. 50.
Odawara Soaring City was the land on Derek's side, the blue land. Passes the turn after attacking with Vendilion Click, a card we don't see much these days. There was a time when Vendilion Click was everywhere in Magic, it feels like.
I'll try to catch it to Barry.
3, 4.
I'll respond.
Ferry the Time Raveler is on the stack.
Shoot you. I'm at 19.
Crack.
Derek cracks that polluted Delta. I think Click was irrelevant long before Bowmasters, folks. It had been a while. Here's Undercity Sewer, Surveil.
Surveil.
Dillian Click hasn't been relevant in Legacy for like 10 years at least. At minimum.
I'm gonna bin it as a Snapcaster Mage.
Okay, surveilling a Snapcaster into the yard. Teferi's still in the stack here. Derek will cast a Sauron's Ransom.
Draw your key card.
3 cards right now?
I have 3 right now. Flip 3, and then the ring is go to 10. Put it on this for now.
Dillian Click will be tempted, will be the ring bearer after Derek gets tempted. Somebody's getting tempted, Jeff.
3, 4.
Looks like sleight of hand and consider our face up. Derek's going to take the face down cards. Look like one of them was Bowmaster. Consider and sleight of hand to the trash. Teferi resolves. Looks like a Lorien Revealed was in the mix. The Dillian Click is bounced by Teferi. Derek remains tempted by the ring, though. No ring bearer. And the auto attacks. Keith Master Flex liking the reveal of Lorien Revealed. Yeah, exactly.
14?
Yep.
Believe that's a Sunken Hollow.
Main face Orcish Bowmasters.
Main phase, Orcish Bowmaster. Force pitching to Ferry.
That's fine.
Go ahead. Take her.
creature, sorcery, and it's 4 mana. Magic creature.
So you have no creatures right now, right?
I have the honor.
I'll take one. I'll go for the throat.
Sure. So you take one.
Okay. Go for the throat on the otter, and it's gone.
Plus.
This is not looking best. Surveil?
Yep.
I'll pick up.
Okay.
Okay, level 2 achieved on the Storm Chaser's talent. Brainstorm to hand. The fairy ticks up to 2. Prismatic Vista is the land for turn. It's getting correct. Dark drops to 11. Quarry Steel Cutter still is not triggered. Not yet. No monks so far.
Main phase Vendilion Quake.
Let's see. Upwards on reflex.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that Vendilion Click is back on the stack. Brainstorm and response from Herman. Yeah, looks like the hand is just double Quarry Steel Cutter. Which could be, with another red mana, could be a really big problem, but we don't have that second red right now to flurry 2 cutters. I think Vendilion Click has to leave this as it is, right?
Oh, you can keep it.
All right, you can keep it. I guess I agree with that decision. It does depend on what Derek has in hand a little bit, but sheesh. Think twice, draw a card.
How big are they now? They're 4s?
There are 3 fours.
Yep.
Go.
Instead of Bowmaster.
Sure.
Teferi has plus. Found a Prismatic Vista. Uh-oh. Ouch. Oh, no basic mountain. Okay. Okay. We're okay.
Level 3.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I guess it would be weird to have 2 mountains. I got excited. Level 3 of Storm Chaser's talent, though, then that's a pretty big problem as well.
Island Cyclorian reveal.
that's fine.
Yeah. And it doesn't stop activated though, is it?
Yeah. That's fine.
All right, Derek's evil laugh as we Island Cyclorian revealed gets through Teferi's static ability. Activating an ability. Found a snow island from Ice Age. I love it. Pass the turn. Derek draws. Derek has to deal with a few different things right now. The Storm Chaser's talent on level 3 is a big problem. The double Quarry Steel Cutters in hand. Teferi gets knocked out by the click finally. That's a small victory, I guess.
Semi-phase Limduel's Vault.
Limduel's Vault. Okay.
I'll go to 10.
No, just use it. Just easier to track the number of times you
Yeah.
push it on.
I'll go to 9.
So far, Derek has skipped twice. Gonna shuffle the rest now and leave 5 cards on top. I saw a Tainted Pact and a Thassa's Oracle in the mix on top of the library. Herman's hand is 2 Quarry Steel Cutters. Derek has 2 cards in hand currently, it looks like. Looks like a Brazen Borrow will also be on top of the library. Brazenbauer could help deal with the talent, maybe. Derek's at 9.
Cool. Still doing.
Yeah, Aquinas absolutely right. Click in Limdol's vault. Derek's dropping some old school bangers on us.
Belfast Strix.
Belful Strix, okay, draw a card.
You catch your second spell, right?
Yes, cancel. So steel, one of the steel cutters plus something else.
Yeah. I'll pass.
All right, with a threat of monks and otters in abundance, Derek's going to pass the turn, but we know combo stuff is waiting on top of Derek's deck somewhere. Belful Strix plays some defense. Derek has been tempted by the ring. No ring bearer at the moment. Cracking the flooded strand. There is the volcanic island. Now we might start to see some monks and otters show up.
Oh,
Seems on
cast a steel
likely.
cutter.
It's 5.
Well, the otters will only be coming for instant sorceries, but
That's fine.
what I'm saying is we're at the beginning of the creation of lots of tokens, I guess, in this game.
Go to combat.
Sure.
All right, we made some monks. We're attacking with some monks.
No cards in hand, right?
No cards in Herman's hand. Petty theft on a monk.
If you go into 7.
Oh, 7? Because
the 2 in Limdol's.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Derek's going to drop to 7. Belfast Strix did not block.
Go ahead. Cool.
I'll take my
Brazenbauer on an adventure.
shortcut again. Draw for turn? Yep. Thassa's Oracle? Thassa's Oracle, I'll attempt to Dimir Pact.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep, you can see my deck if you want.
Sure.
All right, Herman doesn't even want to see the deck. Tainted Pact, Thassa's Oracle. We're moving on to game 2. Derek takes game 1.
I'll be on the plate. Good luck.
You two have fun.
Derek on the play here for game 2. Darth liking the Tainted Pact deck. Herman probably enjoying this situation,
Volcanic into ponder.
Yep.
but we're not sure. Turn 1 Ponder for Herman. I told everybody earlier on stream, Derek plays these off-meta decks, but we're not messing around. We're trying to win. This is not like, oh, let me just play this jank and like win some game and play some games just for fun. No, Derek, top 8s tournaments with off-meta decks. Not messing around here. This isn't a game, everybody. All right, that's Shipwreck Marsh.
I've never escaped an ender quest.
Yeah.
Until today.
Go ahead.
Storm Chaser's talent for Herman.
And it's Island Cycle.
Yep.
Okay, Island Cycling Lorien revealed.
I've never seen it being escaped, to be honest. I've done it a couple times. I guess if you play hard with the card, you're bound to escape it.
It's text on the card, baby.
There we go. Sure, I'll keep this.
Snow Island selected. I dig it.
I'll keep it.
Try it.
Draw.
Oh, you might be right, Medium. I said it was the Shipwreck Marsh. This might be the Blue-Black Verge, actually.
On your trigger promise.
I'll respond. Actually, that's fine.
Ponder.
Bowmasters.
Response.
Orcish Bowmaster in response to a Ponder. Derek's deck just has like all the favorites basically in blue-black.
Swords.
Bowmaster will resolve, and then yeah.
Trigger for Bowmaster on stack. I'm gonna hit you.
Okay, so I'll go to HE, and then I'll try to sword.
Thank you, chat, for pointing out it's the Verge, not the Marsh. My bad. We saw the Marsh earlier, and I just assumed it was the same card. All right, swords on Bowmaster happening here.
That's fine.
So you gain 1.
Yeah.
Bowmaster's gone.
Yep, I'm at 18. I'll resolve Ponder.
Yep.
Okay, resolving Ponder now. Kiviak with a great question. Is Derek's deck all one-ofs except for Thassa's Oracle? So there will be 2 Tainted Pacts in the deck as well, because you will never find both Tainted Pacts with Tainted Pact.
And then I'll attack for 3.
Block.
Go ahead.
No need to draw.
30. You're at 17. I'm at 22. I'll mill 3. Yep.
Go.
Empty.
Humility trigger powers.
Humility. Ouch.
I'm gonna respond to this.
Yep.
That was a trip that resolves.
Still the same. 3.
Force of Will, pitching Thassa's Oracle. I'll go to 20.
Sure.
Okay, Force of Will pitching Thassa's Oracle. Humility is countered. Thank goodness.
I'll do something. I'll go for the throat it.
Sure.
Okay, go for the throat on an Otter. Otter down.
Draw. Cards.
3 cards in Herman's hand. Derek's going to tap out here. Barrogoyf.
Instant, sorcery, enchantment, land.
Yes.
Yeah, pitching the Thassa's Oracle hurts for Derek here. I don't know what other combo stuff could kind of make up for that. Post sideboard. But we're seeing a Barrogoyf right now, and I think we all can agree that card can do the trick. Looks like a Swords is in Herman's hand, though, and we're going to fire that off immediately. Barrogoyf down.
And pass turn.
All right, dealt with the Barrogoyf, so never mind on that. Let's see what else Derek has.
Pathway. Blue side. Okay.
Okay, the blue side of the pathway, I believe it's, I don't know, something. It's the blue-black pathway, and it's the blue side up. That's his Oracle. Okay, so we had another copy still in the deck. Consigned to memory on its ETB trigger. Replicate.
So it's gonna resolve, and yeah, then
I'll respond to the I'll respond. Actually, that's fine. The trigger is countered. I'll just push it.
That might have been a close call for Herman just now.
Hunter's good.
You take 2.
I take 2.
Stormchaser's Talon still on level 1 on the battlefield. Herman resolving a Ponder. Holding, it looks like Ponder, Prismatic Vista, Lorien revealed maybe? Hard to see. Okay, the Prismatic ending on the Thassa's Oracle likely means we're out of Thassa's Oracles now completely.
Instant. Tainted Pact.
Okay, end step Tainted Pact. Derek looking through. Chains of Mephistopheles.
Sure.
Spellseeker paused here. Consider Takanuma. Reanimate. Is there anything interesting to reanimate? Doesn't look like it. Brainstorm. Mandroth just gifted 11 subs and we reached our sub goal. Thank you, Mandroth. Really appreciate it. Mandroth 14 got us there. Thank you, Mandroth. Thank you, thank you.
I'll pass.
Wait, what card was taken by Derek now by the Tainted Pact? I missed it.
And the draw set.
Thank you, Mandroth. Vendilion Click. Lorien revealed. Prismatic Vista. Lorien revealed goes to the bottom.
Two cards.
You have 2 cards.
2 cards left in Derek's hand. $21 gifted subs now on this channel for Mandroth. Thank you again.
Ponder's good.
Ponder is pretty good. Is Ponder still too good for modern players?
Keep those. Draw.
Instant sorcery land.
Yeah, I've been trying to convince Derek to add Lutri as a companion to this deck, but so far it hasn't happened. Storm Chaser's talent ticking up to level 2.
Sure. And then I'll pass it.
Consign to memory to hand. Okay. Herman. Protecting himself here from further combos, I guess.
It's counter target color spell triggered ability, right?
Correct. Triggered ability or color spell.
Combo?
Yep.
I'm going to assume for 3 no blocks. I'm going to do something.
No blocks with the click. Ninjutsu Kaito. This deck is full of surprises.
Semi-phase.
Yep.
I'm gonna get an emblem.
Sure.
Okay, making a ninja emblem. Interesting. Okay. Is it better to surveil draw? I don't know.
I'll look at your top card. Go 10. Sure.
Sanctuary.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary.
Sure.
It seems weak to plus Kaito there. It's probably better to 0 and draw a card, but Swords goes to the top of the deck.
Which is a Vendilion Click. So.
Vendilion Click is in Derek's hand. It's not a ninja.
I guess I could do it this way.
Does Derek have more ninjas? Is that possible?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to level 3 of the Storm Chaser's talent. We're going to Power Blast Kaito, trigger the talent.
Elemental Blast and Power Blast.
Blue Elemental Blast and the Power Blast. So Kaito's going to live here. Herman's still going to get an Otter. Every instant or sorcery is an Otter now.
And then I'll pass it.
Draw? I just want to check my exile zone for a minute.
Yeah.
See something.
I'll make my cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of cards in Derek's deck have been exiled from the Tainted Pacts. Or Tainted Pact.
Let's see. I know you have Consign in your hand.
Sure.
There is a Consign to Memory in Herman's hand. That is true. These Otters can be tough to beat.
Sure.
Kaito attacks, gets chumped. Now Derek can't draw a card.
So I'll use this with how many emblems?
Makes another Kaito emblem. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't like the making the emblems here at all. I think we have to be surveilling.
I'm gonna make a Storm Ransom.
But what do I know? Soren's Ransom.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it falls off with the ring. I don't think so.
Ooh, that's a good point. So the ring tempts Derek here. The ring bearer is Kaito, but does it stop being the ring bearer when it's no longer a creature? That I don't know. Jace Vryn's Prodigy and some other card face up. Tainted Pact and a land into the garbage.
Sure.
Let's say Myra gets cracked here.
How basic? 5/6.
Creature instant.
Kaito's not going to be a 2-turn clock. Herman's going to be making otters. Kaito has no evasion.
Consign in your hand.
There is just a consign in hand currently, so I mean it's possible, but all right. Here's Jace Vryn's Prodigy.
Go. I don't think this falls off, right?
No, I don't think so. Actually, I actually don't.
Judge. Does my Kaito stop being a ring bearer?
I'll go ahead.
That's actually a good judge question. I don't know that one. That's a weird one. All right, Jace Vryn's Prodigy gets swords. You make an otter.
And then I'll pass.
All right, passing turn. Kaito is now a creature again.
13.
There are 2 Kaito emblems.
Attempt to move to block. Tap. Actually,
Draw.
yeah. Attempt to move to block.
Land for a turn. So I'm going to this.
Yeah, some people surprised to see Jace Vryn's Prodigy in this format in 2025.
I'm gonna move -2 to get us 2 stun counters.
Now they're the same.
Okay, minusing Kaito to stun the otter. Attack for 5.
Sending fate.
We'll see. Maybe this Kaito will get across the finish line. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, Derek passes the turn. Stun counter gets removed from the otter. Kaito's still a ring bearer, apparently. We need like a level 12 judge to tell us about the ring bearer Kaito situation.
This town ain't big enough, bouncing my talent and your tech.
All right, this town ain't big enough. Bouncing Kaito, bouncing Storm Chaser's talent, and that could be a big problem for Derek. Vendilion click in response.
That's fine.
You can keep it.
Yep.
And then so this and this will get balanced.
Yeah.
That's fine. So this just falls.
I get an otter off of the discount.
Yeah.
Okay, Herman's going to get another otter. Storm Chaser's talent goes back to hand. Now we might see the chain of Storm Chaser's talent into this town ain't big enough. Replays the talent. Starts back at level 1.
It's a lot hotter.
Utterly ridiculous.
Utterly ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm gonna go immediately to level 2.
Target?
I'll target Pyroblast.
I'll respond.
Okay, Storm Chaser's talent has leveled up, targeting Pyroblast with its level 2 ability. Limdol's Vault in response.
Leave these on top as is. I have to shuffle still regardless.
Okay, Limdol's Vault. Selected the first batch of cards. Top 5 cards will be rearranged in order of Derek's choice. This has been a wild match. I don't know what Derek's going to do next. What is What is going to happen? Pyroblast goes back to hand.
I'm at 8. Soon to be.
Herman is at 8. That Vendilion Click flies. The otters do not. Herman has a Pyroblast, though.
I am going to bring in Kaido.
Take 5, go to 3.
Thank you, Mr. Varga, for looking up the ring bearer situation. Looks like it would have remained the ring bearer had it not been bounced. Kaido attacking here.
How do we play Vanillion Click?
Vendilion Click gets cast here. Pyroblast goes to the bottom of the deck. Yeah, if you're looking for Derek's deck list, please make a post in our Discord server, and I'll try to get it. Derek's pretty active in our server.
See, I'm going to zero get another one.
Derek has shared this deck in the past, but this is a kind of new build we're seeing. If you've been hanging out with us on stream for a while, Derek's been playing this Tainted Pact deck on and off for the past year or so.
Yep. I'll pass.
All right, passing. Derek rearranging so that Kaido is no longer a creature. Derek keeps 3 rows of permanents on the battlefield. Very interesting.
I have 1 card.
Yeah.
1 card in Derek's hand. Some stunned otters. Brainstorm.
This will just be Power Tracker.
You brainstorm.
Yep.
Herman's at 3 life. That Vendilion Click has 3 power. It flies. Looks like Herman found a Pyroblast. 2 Pyroblasts, it seems.
Yeah, let me. I was actually.
Yeah, these 2 Pyroblasts from Herman might be enough to prevent Derek from winning this game. We'll see, though. Otter attacks and ruins Kaido. Kaido is gone. Its 2 emblems sadly remain.
2 cards, right? 2 cards. Belful Strix?
It'll resolve and then I'll counter the trigger.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, Belfast is in. Its draw card ability is countered. The otters are starting to wake up.
Yeah, it's fine.
Stock up. Looks like Herman found some Corey Steel cutters in the top of the deck. I'm not unsure if they went into hand. I assume so. Maybe not. I don't know. Teferi.
Power spawn.
That's 4 damage. Yep. I'll abruptly give you. I'll take 3. Take 3.
I'll attempt to Hydroblast 1 otters.
That is fine.
Okay, Hydroblast on an otter is not super exciting. Derek now hellbent. Teferi's in. Bounce Belfast.
3?
Check for 3.
I go 20.
And
Yeah, Teferi was still in the stack when the Hydroblast was fired off. The otters are blue and red.
Brainstorm. Yep.
Belful Strix?
I'll play
Power Blast.
Oh, brutal.
Pyroblast on the Strix as it tries to come back down. It's countered.
3?
I'm at 3.
I'll shoot.
Herman is at 3 life. Don't know if Derek's going to be able to get across the finish line here in game 2. Bump of the night. What would be the goofiest card Derek can cast right now to win the game?
Yep, that resolves. I'll draw a card. Yeah, I can't shoot you. I guess I can shoot one.
Exsanguinate.
Okay. Sorry?
I'm gonna bounce one of the auto techniques.
No cards?
I have no cards. Am I dead?
Sorry.
That's fine then. Well, not dead. Probably not destroying. I don't think I can 0 to 20 you. But I will cast a steel cutter.
Oh, there it is. I was wondering where it was.
Okay.
All right, there's Corey Steel Cutter. Derek saying I was wondering where it was. I'm not sure if that was being sarcastic. Here's Corey Steel Cutter number 2. We're going to make some monks. Trigger prowess. The attacks have began. Monks and otters, everybody.
And then I will. I did that. Go ahead.
We'll go to
Make my turn.
One.
Oh, I know.
One card in Herman's hand. Brazenbauer on an adventure. Preordain, okay.
Bottom nose. Draw.
Mainly for usually like reserves, I do bring like 4 Vegas.
Yep.
Tamio?
Cameo is fine.
Tamio is fine, says Herman. Yeah, the Brazenbauer could potentially be a lethal attacker here, but
Go ahead.
I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Let's see.
I have no cards in hand.
No cards in Derek's hand. Teferi ticks up. Storm Chaser's talent. That'll be able to return an answer to Brazenbauer.
Yeah. And that's like something that, are you playing
I qualified for
Level 2.
Yep.
modern RC. I believe one that is in Vegas in
Uh,
November, which is obviously
I guess I
way
can tap a little
down.
better here.
Exile.
And if you want to do so I will
Get back
almost
Pyroblast.
Sure.
And then I'll Pyroblast Brazenbauer, trigger powers, trigger the cutter.
Sorcery.
Okay, the Brazenbauer has been destroyed. Trigger prowess, trigger the cutter. Making some monks. Derek is in serious trouble, it seems.
that's it.
And
Always fun with you.
then I'll also cast another Storm Chaser's
Another Storm Chaser's talent. Oh my goodness.
on these.
Return.
On these, so these are 3/3s, and then I'll also comment.
Yeah. 3, 6.
These are 4/4s. I think it's not a lethal attack.
I'll go to
Put you
No,
with
so
one.
let's see. 4.
8.
Oh, so 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I go to 1.
You would go to 1 if you just tank it.
You have no cards in hand, right?
I have nothing.
I'll go to 1.
Okay, go ahead.
Do it live.
All right. One is not dead. What does Derek have?
So 1. To draw that. Swing trigger.
I declare no blocks.
Attacking you.
Okay, I declare no blocks.
Okay, making a clue. I'm stressed.
Draw card.
Yep.
Derek draws a card. Derek has not scooped yet. What is Derek holding?
And
Looking through the graveyard? This is intense. This feels like the World Championship Finals, chat.
I had nothing in game 3.
All right, we're going to game 3. Wow. Game 3, folks. Yeah, this match has been crazy.
I had the timely consign for
Oh, that consign was something.
Twitch chat is excited for game 3. Or at least pretending to be.
It was a pleasure. Awesome.
Alright, now you're back on the play.
Yes.
Good luck, have fun.
Yeah.
Derek is on the play. The Otters won game 2. Yeah, I think Kaido's survivability was ignored in that game, and that might have been what lost Derek in the game. Maybe. I don't know. Undercity Sewers dumps an Otawara into the graveyard. We're underway, game 3. Flooded Strand pass. Cavern of Souls.
I'm gonna name Wizard.
Wizard, okay.
Naming Wizard. Jace Friend's Prodigy.
I'm gonna go ahead and fetch.
Swordsman?
No. I'm gonna fetch a volcanic. And then I'm gonna Island Cycle
That's fine.
for a.
Good old Jace Vryn's Prodigy, folks.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what it was.
JSN asking what's not in Derek's deck. This deck is crazy. In the best way.
I'll play the Tundra and now I'll switch.
Okay. Jace Vryn's Prodigy has been swords.
I feel like those things are important to point out because they're so like. It's not that they're basic; they're just like things that people don't think about that they get used to doing. You know what I mean? Like after a while, you're like, okay, I'm always gonna tap.
Basic Plains comes in.
Scared of I.
Basic lands in play, and he was tapping bases and
I mean, no power.
wasted, so he got taken.
Teferi Time Raveler. Is Derek playing Gorios? Who the hell knows? Limdol's Vault revealed with Tainted Pact.
We gotta go deeper into the layers of sub games.
Sometimes,
I've been trying to like force it to
That's
be
interesting.
I'm actually going to do some. I want to grab Ponder.
Okay, just goes for Ponder. Exiles a stack of cards. Teferi resolves. Teferi will plus. Teferi will be prepared to bounce stuff, I guess. Teferi kind of shuts off the combo of Thassa's Oracle into Tainted Pact in a way. Unless the Thassa's Oracle is already in hand. Here's Ponder. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
To bounce of, was it Teferi with Petty Theft?
Petty Theft bouncing the Teferi. Okay.
Landon incentive.
I'm gonna B-Storm.
Yep.
B-Storm is happening.
But at the same time, you're also telegraphing like, gee, why did he, right? Like,
But your opponent will know he might have.
All right, Mystic Sanctuary can't use it this time. Not enough islands. Yeah, the gold land on Derek's side is Cavern. It's naming naming Wizard.
Blue for
Spell Seeker. Okay.
So it'll resolve and then I'll counter the trigger and replicate.
Go.
Okay, Spell Seeker resolved, but its trigger did not. Consigned to memory on that.
Teferi's fine.
I tried to plug it in too.
Fairy comes back. It will plus, and we will pass. Marsh Flats gets cracked by Derek. Dr. Pepper, thank you for the resub of Prime. 14 months. Appreciate it.
You have a lot of cards in hand, right? I guess I'll save time. I'll grab a UC.
Makes sense.
Underground Sea found by the fetch. Brazen Borrower on an adventure. Spellseeker on the battlefield. Teferi at 5 loyalty. Not very vulnerable at the moment.
So 0, 1, 2.
5 cards in Herman's hand. It sounds like we reached time in the round. Derek is turn 0, it sounds like. Game 3, we're in turns.
I'll hit a Teferi from one combat.
Sure. No blocks.
Sure. Just
Okay, hits Teferi.
cast Brazen Ball.
Yep.
Brazen Borrower is in. Watery Grave, pass the turn.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that instead.
You have how many cards?
Maybe that is weird because questing druids
Oh,
gets
Pyroblast. It's a big one.
it's not removed.
Okay, Pyroblast on the borrower on end step. Corey Steelcutter making an appearance here. Is it possible Derek can close this game out in 3 turns with the cutter and the Storm Chaser's talent? I guess it's possible. Derek's combos are scary here. Derek will drop to 17. We move on to turn 2 of extra turns. Where in the world is everyone watching it right now? Let us know in the chat. Where are you? Yeah, I think either of these players can close this out in the next 2 turns. Murktide Regent. That's not bad.
Go.
Murktide's not going to have enough time, though, I don't think. Ponder on end step. Austria, Spain, New York, but not the city. Got some people around the world watching. Very nice. Germany.
Tap.
Yep, turn 3.
Yeah, Teferi might need to be dealt with if Tainted Pact is going to do it here. We'll see, though.
Yep.
Yeah, the Murktide can attack Teferi.
So go ahead and start by bouncing dragon.
That's fine.
Okay. Prioritizing getting the dragon back to hand. So Teferi protecting itself here. Makes sense. Another cutter. Ooh.
Too grindy. Yeah.
Swords, triggers.
I was hoping for the. I was sandbagging like so much.
2 triggers here.
I figured.
All right, 2 new monks, 2 prowess triggers on the original otters and monks.
3, 6.
That's an attack for 10. You're in turn 3 of extra turns. Well, this is Derek's last turn of the match. Turn 4 of extra turns. Derek topping a lot of mana. Replays the Murktide. Well, turn 5 of extra turns. It's confirmed that Derek will not win this match.
I figured, I figured I'll just try to
Stock up trigger powers.
get more fair.
Stock up, that's spell number 1. 1 prowess trigger. I spotted a Pyroblast, I think, and that will likely end the match with Derek extending the hand. Herman gets it. What a hell of a match. GG's. Well played. Wow. That was a good one. That was a good one. I might need to watch that one back. That was fun. Wow. Good games. I enjoyed that. Which match next? Twitch chat will vote in the chat. Is it Cutter versus Doomsday? Miracles versus Dimir Tempo, Dimir Murktide. Breakfast versus Mystic Forge. Doomsday versus Dimir Tempo. Or Temur Delver versus Doomsday. There's a lot of Doomsday in the queue. 1 minute. Get your votes in. All right, Twitch chat says Steel Cutter is broken. Our Discord server is up on your screen. Make sure you're in our Discord server. That's where we're all hanging out. See the decklist channel highlighted right now. People are asking for decklists that appeared on today's stream. We will get to that later. I'll try and get everybody the Tainted Pact list as soon as I can. Yeah, AP pointing out that Corey Steelcutter was in fact tested thoroughly for 1v1. I think they had like a room, like a warehouse with like 150 people thoroughly testing for like a full year. Tarkir Dragonstorm in all the formats, including Legacy and Vintage. And they made sure it was good for Cube too. They tested it all. They tested it all. They don't miss a thing. The expectations of the Magic player are very reasonable. Almost out of time on this poll. Rug Delver versus Doomsday is up next. JSN contributed 900 channel points. Let's do it. Evelon saying, and they still came up with Mock Jasper. That is cool, but useless. Yeah, it wasn't powerful enough. They made Corey Steelcutter too powerful, but the Mock's not powerful enough. I'm pissed off. Diving in.
Okay. Yeah, good call. Oh, wow.
Resets on the bottom, and then this button splits it.
Got it.
Cool. And then you get access to those cards anyway. The card to
high roll. Yeah.
Really desperately.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was just like, oh, this is a 10 card that should be in my deck. 10? I have 10 cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go. Zach back on the left this time with Doomsday, and on the right we have Adam with Dimir Delver.
One game
I did on Symbio, the other game I did on Alice Rush.
Nice. Okay. Now that makes sense.
Yeah, these are awesome. Yeah. I wanted to put on a...
Voodoo says, why isn't Dragon's Ray's Channeler a dragon flavor fail? It's a person, use your imagination here, it's a person that channels the rage of dragons.
And then they just created with behemoths.
Yeah, it was not very well. And I feel bad because I accidentally cheated.
I mean, a lot of factors.
What do you mean?
I accidentally untapped.
What about the lore? Looks like Zach is taking a mulligan.
And he's just like, I can't.
It looked like the game.
Yeah, I mean, once I realized this is like a game which is like so hard, but also
I'm excited. I was like playing this match.
I was just yeah, one take a little
Wait, you're playing. Okay, wait.
Oh yeah, I'm playing the deck that you played against Cat Party against Dave.
Okay, I was like, it's gotta be that.
I don't know, folks. Maybe go back and watch every live stream that we ever had, but I don't remember mentioning that I wanted a Final Fantasy set. Why isn't the game the way I want?
We have your
dice. We have dice. We have another six-sider. I will.
One card on the bottom for Zach. We are ready to go. Multi-6. Adam kept 7. Underground C. Tamio. Pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, drop.
keeping this. You saw the days, right?
Yeah, the players of Oregon are going to lose their mind for Final Fantasy. Bolt on Tamio. Tamio down. Mishra's Bauble.
I'm trying to think if I don't know what you're doing.
That was a Lotus Petal on top. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, can keep it. Yeah, does it do the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Last turn, draw 2 in your upkeep. The Planar Nexus and Manifold Tree. Seems fine.
Yes. So I will play a bauble, sacrifice a target myself.
Sure.
Okay, Lotus Petal after a polluted Delta. Pass the turn. Interesting.
I'll play a Wasteland. I'll waste your Underground Sea.
Wasteland on the Underground Sea.
Target you. So heal whatever hand you.
I will move to my second main phase. Sure.
Alright.
That is a good one.
That's a good one. What pass the turn? Do whatever you want. I will pass the turn and draw 2 cards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Correct. The Delta.
Victor fight.
That's not it.
Yeah, Twitch chat speculating this rug deck might have Steel Cutter. It might. It might. We'll find out together. Yeah, Wasteland with no pressure. I don't know if the players sat down knowing what they were up against. If so, that could have affected some of the keeps here. Here's a Ponder.
This one says, look, it's 1 mana.
It is 1 mana. I know. You're so good. Yeah, that's good.
Alright, I'm done.
Pass to you.
How many cards do I have? 4? 4. Okay. At the end of your turn, I will brainstorm.
Yeah.
End step Brainstorm 2025, folks.
Cast a brainstorm.
Zach's deck. We've seen it a few times on stream recently. It kind of like switches back and forth through sideboarding, whether it's going to be a Doomsday deck or a mid-rangey Dimir deck. Zach's been on a tear with this thing.
Oh, nice.
Mistrise Village. Did not expect to see that.
Pass turn.
So this gives them, because they're just kind of have the draw.
Yeah. I'm just wondering because I'm wondering what layer it affects. Okay.
I'm pretty sure like if I played a mystery, I'd be able to have brainstorm.
Mistrise Village is interesting. Polluted Delta comes in.
Days. This is Dragon Star. Days.
Yep. 1 damage shield?
Yep. 17. 16, 15.
It takes away the fetching ability. But I think.
This one. Actually,
Okay, another Underground Sea.
otherwise, maybe shortcut.
Is it better to
Doomsday. Mistrise Village looks like it gets activated here. It seems.
I will pitch brainstorm force negation.
Okay, Force of Negation. Doomsday is going to be exiled, or at least it should be.
How many cards in hand?
3.
Okay. Went to my turn. Attack. Upkeep. Drop.
Gotta make you happy.
All right. Doomsday goes into the graveyard instead of exile, but it was countered. Mistrise Village. Zach said I had to make you have it.
Play Thundering Falls. Surveil.
Thundering Falls, Surveil. Scalding Tarn into the trash.
At the end of your turn, I'll attempt to seek the beast.
I mean, you don't need to keep track of your spells.
Well, 2 mana plus.
Oh, 2 mana floating. Sure, yeah.
Drown the lock.
Yeah.
Drown in the Lock on Seek the Beast. It's countered.
My turn.
Some unexpected plays.
Conceit. Okay. I couldn't find any force
Wasteland.
or bolts off the
Waste one of your Underground
I
Seas.
just had 2.
Wasteland takes down an Underground Sea. Okay. Wasteland can be somewhat effective against these Doomsday decks. Here's Murktide. That's a clock. Well, we were talking about it during the first couple of turns of this game, whether Adam was going to be able to present a threat. And now we have the threat, and it's a big one. The Murktide, 6/6. Misrise Village tapped. Bloodstained Mire cracked.
Defense grid discussion. I knew you knew that.
Another attempt at Doomsday could be interesting. Undercity Sewer Surveil. I don't know that the Doomsday player, Zach, has one in hand. JSN with a great question. What creature do you miss most in Legacy? Okay. I miss Young Pyromancer. I played that card quite a bit in this format. This is a little bit of a weird one, but I also miss Terramander. Who's with me? I also miss Leovold.
Cameo?
Yep.
Here's Tameo.
Untap. Please drop. Move to combat.
Okay, attacking with the Murktide. 6/6 Murktide gets through. AP misses Young Peasy and Tarmogoyf. Yeah, Tarmogoyf was a good one.
Attack with Tameo.
Yep.
Tameo will make a clue.
Brainstorm?
My next spell can't be countered. Pitch Murktide. Cast Force Will. Take 1.
Okay, Mistrise Village to protect a Force of Will pitching Murktide. Tameo will not flip. I dig it. Mistrise Village.
Didn't realize Delver was on the Mistrise Village
not.
tech. Is it just so special fun of?
I thought it was cool. I don't know.
I mean, you have the mountain and the forest.
Yeah.
Like, it's making your
What do we think about the Mistrise Village, chat? Does anybody have any thoughts or feelings that they'd like to share?
That's what I was thinking. Like mirror, it's a mirror breaker.
I wasn't prepared. I mean, I would
There's 6 turn uncounterable Murktide.
That means you're incredibly prepared.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of incidental things. Like, oh, this is good and this is
Ponder.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, a Ponder.
I was hoping there was another Murktide so it would put me out of my misery.
Decks like this are really
Pumping that guy up big and huge.
This deck? Yeah.
in general. Because you're just like, oh, if I take out like this one
These two back on top.
Yeah, exactly. The deck, it relies on a lot of synergy. It's very fast and proactive. So you're not
Okay, now a Brainstorm.
most of your games, and so like your sideboard cards don't really matter that much.
Yeah.
Because you usually don't have 3s and 4s in.
These two back on top.
I guess if you just have 4 cards anyway.
Move to combat.
Yeah,
6.
exactly. That's the other side of things. Like,
Okay, Zach's going to drop to 5. One more hit from the Murktide, and I think we're done. Tameo might have to stay back on defense. Fatal push on the Delver. Delver down. I don't think Tameo's going to be attacking here. Pass the turn. Murktide has to wait. I mean, Tameo has to wait for the Murktide to come eat it.
6. Okay.
Tameo down.
Time for turn. Pass turn.
Have I played with Goblin Stompy with Modcatcher years ago? No, I started playing Goblins after the Modern Horizons Goblins.
Escape.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on to game 2. Adam up a game. That Mistrise Village looked kind of good. Looked pretty cool.
Eventually gets to the right place.
We didn't break it.
trigger this.
I like people that experiment, even with, you know, I know there's almost like that meme of like, I brewed a deck, but it's Delver. But people that just like, you know what, let's stick Mistrise Village in this deck, see what happens. If it's good, it's good. If not, we cross it off the list. At least try it once.
Yes.
Yeah, Delver decks have played Blood Moon here and there over the years, depending on the build.
Delta?
All right, Pluto Delta cracked here for Zach. We're underway for game 2. It looked like both players kept 7, I think. Basic Swamp.
Go ahead.
Dark Ritual. Uh-oh.
Go
Barrogoyf. Okay. 2 types in the yard currently.
No, I don't go to something better. Dragon's Channeler? Just kidding.
Channeler's good.
Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay.
Island. Go ahead.
It's 2-3?
2-3.
I'll take 2.
Okay. Game 2.
Yeah.
Okay, lifelink 2 damage comes in. Mill 2, nothing to return. A force and a fatal push dumped.
Pass to you.
Zach is wasteland proof at the moment. Basic swamp, basic island.
Yeah, that's fine.
Barrogoyf didn't grow either.
Fetch.
Dude, learn.
Go.
Oh my gosh, 4 lands with 2 cards in them.
And I have more mana than you at this point. Just as much.
If there was a gigantic legacy GP tomorrow in your area, let's assume you are going. What deck would you play, chat? What deck are you registering in the gigantic legacy GP happening tomorrow? Hypothetical.
Still on the stack. Bowmaster.
Okay, I will.
YouTube commenters tell us. Bowmaster, Daze.
So I'll resolve the trigger. Spin it. And then I'll resolve the brain.
Reanimator Painter called out by the chat.
Judge.
This on the stab. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, some people in the chat will play Painter.
This is my second one.
Yeah. I'm trying
Or Force of Will. Also good.
Yeah.
Those 2 back to stop.
Could not.
Hilarious.
Did you cast a Force of Will?
No.
Yeah, Zach's basics look so nice. I agree.
Okay, but doesn't
My
resolve.
apology. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Right, it's just land, instant creature.
Yeah, sorry about
Well,
No, all good.
that. I'll attack for 1.
Yeah.
Play Delver of Secrets.
Okay, then a Delver's Secrets. Days. Days for days. All right, well, Delver resolves. Adam's got the offense up and running, I guess, but this Barrogoyf's going to be a problem, it seems.
Another one. Attack with Goy.
3 power Barrogoyf. It gets through. Gonna mill 3. No creatures found, just some lands. At least we cleared lands off the top of the deck, I guess. Tameo, not bad. Red Elemental Blast on top. That's good at stopping Tameo, I guess. Not the Barrogoyf. Attacking for 4.
Take the 4.
Because I know what more time would be less. Yeah, that's good.
With the damage on I'll blast to surveil. Doesn't matter. Then I'll
I need more time region.
Okay, Tameo is blown up during combat by the Red Blast, trying to get Delirium. Didn't get it.
It's the same with more time because you can choose more time.
Got my
Okay, Brainstorm for Zach.
As long as you're paying
JSN saying playing combo is actually practical in big tournaments. Fatigue is always a factor. You know, Magic players get fatigued very, very easily. They even get fatigued by products.
Alright, game 3.
They hear about a product that is completely optional for them to buy, and they're fatigued.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have named Steel Cut.
Folks, make sure, if you want to play competitive Magic at a high level, play in the Pro Tour, play in the World Championship, make sure you need to have every version of every single card memorized. Otherwise, you're not going to make it.
Honestly, name waste that just because that was the third or the second one. You know, it's pretty unlikely.
Tameo picked up by the Barrowglyph, which still has 3 power, it seems. Dark Ritual.
Second Goyf?
Yeah.
Second Barrowglyph. Uh-oh.
Makes a diff.
Vantage Bar drifting over to the left quite a bit.
Exactly. Draw. 14.
Adam's in some trouble here, I think.
You're good.
Alright, good luck. Have fun.
Mistress Bobble.
Mishra's Bauble. Will that add another type to the yard?
That I know about.
So you usually play Modern, you usually play Frog, Asthma?
Yeah, it's with the Monument to Endurance.
Yeah, and then there's the looping, the little chase Daredevil, right?
So creature, land,
Play a Mishra's Ball.
Is it just blue-black? So you can only get Asthma
4 or 5s.
Yeah, I milled a sorcery on that last one.
Oh, nice. Okay, so 4 or 5s.
Yep.
No, you have Street Wraith.
Oh, nice. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, I don't know.
Right, of course.
You?
Right, Frog is probably the best one.
Now they're 5/6s.
Frog is really good.
Yeah, it's got it.
I mean, Monument to Endurance is like really
You said this twice. I don't know.
It's a 3-mana.
I will attack
Once
you
per
for
turn, you
6.
discard a card.
Getting in there, attacking for 6.
One each.
Draw a card, make a treasure.
Yeah. Okay.
These Barrowglyphs are going to crack back hard.
Yeah. You're just playing box of holes.
5 power each.
It's cool.
Yeah. Why don't you said it's you always say
It is.
because it's not a meta deck, but it seems really powerful.
It does some cool things. It doesn't. It's really like
Petty
Asmo's
Theft,
like
one
the
of
only
them?
really
Or-
Petty Theft on a Barrowglyph. Goes back to hand. All right. A little bit of a solution here, I guess.
Then I take 5.
That kind of spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of those.
Sorcery, artwork, creature. Yep. I gain 5.
Yep.
Yeah, Rebuke makes a lot of sense. When you have discard,
Okay, resolving the mill of the Barrowglyph now. Kaito, Drown in the Lock, Bowlmaster. Now 6 types in the yards. Barrowglyph's at 6 power. Plays a land. All right, Adam's going to scoop it up.
right there.
The Goyfs are just.
That makes sense because Asthma is a legend too. Yeah.
We are moving on to game 3.
Just like Monastery Mentor. 2025.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, the first time I played against it, I was like, oh yeah, it's a good card. I didn't realize when I read the card that it auto-equipped when it created
that's
the
crazy.
monk, and that is what's really backbreaking about it.
Well, we were talking, it's like earlier Herman was just like, oh yeah, like what's better than drawing a good card? Like drawing 3 good cards or whatever. And like Corey Stillcutter like pays you off for that. It's
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, players getting ready for game 3. Think we're in the middle of a mulligan here. 1 card on the bottom for Zach. Good to go.
Just swing it for 2.
Volcanic Island, Delver of Secrets, pass turn.
He's
Heat up.
Turn 1, Delver. Misty Cracked.
attack for 3. Good.
Do you have to land?
No, I don't.
Surely.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Basic Island.
I'm sorry.
Suffering from success.
Ponder.
You could do 2.
Like that. Pass to you.
All right, passing it back. Let's see if this Delver flips. Reveals Pyroblast. Could help. Zach took game 2 with those double Barrowglyphs. They were pretty mean. Curious to see how game 3 goes as far as threats from Zach's side. Crazy Carl says there's a lot of talking and laughing for such a serious event. Yeah, there's always people talking and laughing in the background. I think they're playing Lorcana or something.
What's your combat?
Oh, in my hand?
Maybe they're playing Shoots and Ladders next door or something.
Yes. But you didn't want to cast one anyway. Because you had 2 mana.
I had to. I think I wanted to just like hold it and just be like, I can be reactive, but I should just be like, I can play Wasteland, I should just play it now.
Yeah. I feel like then you just name either Wasteland or like in my hand.
Scalding turn, pass the turn, Insectile Aberration, prepared to attack again, let's say. Will it be joined with any other friends? We're on the edges of our seats.
Let me deboard.
Sure.
6 cards in Zach's hand. Adam digs up a Volk.
I have it on my hand. I have the deck with me, but it's back home. I should say in Queen.
In a story, right? Are you going to go to a modern night while you're here?
You do modern on Tuesdays here. If I do anything, why not?
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Which combat? Attack 3.
Yeah, every once in a while people talk about that Elves is dead because of Bowmaster or whatever. I don't know. We could take a break from that Elves deck, I guess.
In response.
Yep.
Crack.
Bowmasters.
Bowmasters, yeah.
14.
See,
I really want to cast on turn 1, I guess. That makes sense.
Here's a Bowmaster in response to Ponder.
So I'll create the
I
one token,
think the
and then
Reduke school of thought, where if you want to try a card, play 4 of it.
pick your insect,
Makes so much sense.
And then I'll resolve
And it's
this.
so
and then I'll pick the
straightforward.
insect again.
So, like, streamlined.
Looks like Insectile Aberration might be dying here as Ponder resolves.
There's no room for anything else in there.
And one of the other things that's really funny is even though it's a 2-color deck, the mana is awful.
You really are depending on your boxes, right?
Yeah,
To get
you're just like,
Insectile Aberration down.
it's like you're playing 14 lands because the Risa Sagas don't really, they don't cast any of your spells.
Yeah, sorry.
how many flutes remain? Is it 2 or 3?
3 flutes. Yeah, this is so cool. I don't know. Toxic Deluge. What are the formats for this Deluge? Oh, right.
And then I'll pass turn.
Force Energy Cats, which is
All right, no further threats from Adam. Bowmaster and a 2/2 work army on Zach's side, so Zach has the threats now.
A lot of things just use the graveyard, like Titan is a graveyard deck.
Oh, right.
You just like the more Tide deck. Storm.
That makes sense. Ruby Storm, really great. I was thinking like these cards, like, they're just one shots.
New sub goal.
But
So like Ghost Factory or something.
yeah, but all of it can be found with Risa Saga.
Right.
Did you win? Good job, bud.
What's the extra sense?
Yeah, but Elves is...
Just another like counter spell.
2/2 orc army, 1/1 Bowmaster.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
Anything that isn't 1 mana.
5 cards in Adam's hand. Trying to figure out what's next here.
That's so sweet. Is that your own design?
Yeah, Delta, just like, there's all these other things.
Polluted Delta correct.
It is really cool. There is like
Conversation in the chat has devolved into which cards are mistakes or whatever.
which is really cool. But like, it's very obnoxious to me, like playing against Titan and
The whole game is a mistake. The whole game is a mistake. Why are we even here?
Yeah.
Here's a ponder.
Doesn't it matter? Results. This day and age, killing Titans
no, because they're a graveyard attack.
with the analyst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, every card after 94 was a mistake.
That deck is just.
The fetch lands were a mistake. The whole thing.
Why does this card get to just like green meta? Like, they just keep running good lands.
You think they ban Titan?
I don't think they will.
No. It would ban like.
Murktide, big mistake that one was.
That's a cool.
Pyroblast, clearly a mistake. They wouldn't print that in standard.
Wasteland? Waste one of your underground seas.
Wasteland on Underground Sea. Wasteland a mistake. Here's Murktide.
Okay. With 3 extra counters.
6-6 Murktide. Game 3 is looking like it's back and forth so far. Without a doubt, Zach will have to deal with this Murktide at 11 life. The Bowmaster and 2/2 Orc Army just aren't going to cut it for racing here.
I'm gonna try that, yeah. Yeah, just like density of threats is pretty
All right, Barragoyf kind of changes the situation, I guess. How big is this Barragoyf? 2 power, okay. Not too threatening at the moment, but could change the math here a bit. Adam's at 16.
plus Beanstalk.
Yeah. Took you for 3 or 6.
All right, attacking for 6. Murktide will get in a hit. Wasting Underground Sea, not bad. What happens now?
You have a hand that's like Ancient Tomb, Spirit Guide, whatever. You can still not play with
Red Blast on Brainstorm. Brainstorm is countered. I think I like that play. 3-4 Barragoyf now.
Exactly. I am here. I gotta learn.
Some people still want an Entomb ban, yeah.
Nonsense.
Yeah, the combat. Espresso market. Actually, it's not. It just sounds like everything else.
6 damage gets through. Zach will gain 3. Going up to 8. Still in Murktide plus Bolt range. Nothing found with the Barragoyf.
Wait, I haven't played Lamp for turn.
That Barragoyf changed the clock though. Wasteland, double Wasteland, hit the open lands. Still have Bolt mana. Maybe should have gone after the double Volks. Oh man, this is tight.
Delver Secrets.
Okay, Delver. Thundering Fall, Surveil. Attack for 6. Zach drops to 2. Delver could block. Oh, this is going to be close, chat. Twitch chat's not even watching. They're worried about which cards were mistakes.
Yeah, even the Chandra, I mean, Chandra's, I guess, fine because it's like a 5th range.
Favorite topic for Magic players. Attacking with the Orc Army and the Barragoyf. No blocks. Okay. Dropping to 5. Zach up to 5. 5 to 5. Barragoyf trigger. Nothing. Oh, a Barragoyf. Okay. A Barragoyf was found. It's not super relevant. Kaito. Wasteland. Tameo. Oh, Tameo could block. Oh my goodness.
Pass to you.
Oh,
Will Delver flip? Ponder. It flips. Oh my goodness.
Me too, because he has both answers and stuff.
Yeah.
This is razor thin. Plays a land. Fetches a land. Goes to 4.
You got a land like that.
So that's 2 spells.
Sorry. I was thinking with it. I was thinking I might waste the response.
Oh, I
but-
thought you were making a dragon shout.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Adam paused to let Zach respond to the fetch, but there was no response. Thought about wasting, didn't do it.
Yeah, the ponder, you saw it.
Yeah, that's right. You flipped the ponder. Yeah, no.
Kiviuk, thank you for 5 gifted subs. We just hit 300 subs on 90s MTG. Thank you, Kiviuk. Really appreciate you.
That doesn't go there. Alright, what is supposed to get? Is it
12 gifted subs now on the channel for Kiviuk.
You get a yellow, or if you have access to another artifact, you should get it.
Yeah, Pyroblast or Lightning Bolt to win the game, it seems.
Definitely provides more of a
Ponder?
Yeah.
In response to that, I'll waste.
I'll resolve this.
Okay, looking at the top 3 cards. Ponder, Shuffle. Zach is excited. The thing is now, if we don't find Power Blast or Bolt, we could hang back on defense. Man.
It's a mech game. I'll show you.
Oh, like a 40?
Sort of, actually. Yeah, it's this. I'll tell you.
Bowmaster trigger?
Yep.
Actually, there was a girl
Me?
version of this.
1 to you.
Yep.
Yep. This one, it's a.
just try and land your
It's just it's a little more. It's just a little.
Seems like we didn't find Bolt or Power Blast.
Okay, first I'm going to play Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Dragon's Rage Channeler, does that change our situation at all?
That's why you're looking at your
No delirium, just instant.
I think the players are forgetting that the volcanic island was blown up. It just floated a red mana. Okay, Tamio has to chump.
No.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to pass turn.
Okay. It's kind of
Does Adam have delirium? I'm not sure. What are the attacks now for Zach? 5 power on the Baraglyph now. Should Insectile Aberration been the attacker? Instead? Well, then Tamio doesn't have to block, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, this game is a mess. This has been a tough game to navigate. I don't envy the players having to play this out in front of all of you. Dragon's Rage Channel had Delirium. It trades with the Orc Army. Insectile Aberration chumps the Baraglyph. Zach goes up to 10. Likely out of reach now.
Or 1 floating, use 2, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I get to keep the lowest spell. And I have 1 card in my hand.
Move to combat. Or actually, no.
That's it.
It ends here.
Yeah, if you swing, unless you another Chandler. Okay.
Pass turn.
Dragon's Rage Channeler past the turn. Is Murktai going to try and trade with Baraglyph now? Is Baraglyph still going to attack? Yeah, Baraglyph is so good.
For damage, brainstorm.
Nice.
I wonder you are very late. Yeah, the wasted Volk should be gone. The players missed that. Hopefully it doesn't end up mattering too much. This is FNM. This is not competitive REL, but that is a pretty big error. Gotta watch out for stuff like that.
No cards in hand.
None.
No cards in Adam's hand. Zach trying to figure out, can I attack here with the 5-power Baraglyph? It would likely die in combat. I guess?
A duder.
Shuffle.
All right, passing the turn.
Pass turn.
Is that delirious?
Oh, it is. You're right. I have to attack you for 3.
You have to attack, right?
Yeah. Yep. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Pass turn.
Target.
Okay. Dragon's Rage Channeler did have to attack because we have Delirium. Good catch by Zach.
This player is
Yeah, you're literally on mana. Do you think? I think that's that.
Oh, this is still tapped. Correct.
Doesn't
Play out the flooded strand.
Sorry, were you tapped out?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna play Kozilek.
If Adam's hand has something like a petty theft or something, all right, well, we're blocking the Baraglyph. Baraglyph and Murktide will both die in combat. Zach will gain the 5 life. Go up to 12.
So it'd be
Crack the strand.
If that was X8, then you do X is 7.
Okay. Player, you have 2 mana.
Dragon's Rage Channeler, 3 power at the moment. We have Delirium. Cracking Flooded Strand.
Scribe 7.
Pass. No, wait, no. I want to win.
Scribe 7, draw a card.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Ritual. Baraglyph. Oh, man. That's so annoying.
So it's just like put all the lands on the bottom, right?
Oh yeah.
Attack you for 3.
Keep the One Ring, but the land.
Delver of Secrets.
Delver of Secrets. Okay. Freaking Baraglyph number 2.
You got it.
Fatal Push ends the game. Zach gets it. Well played all around. A little bit of an error with the Volk, but that's okay. GG's. What a match. Baraglyph, everybody. Put it in your trade binder or whatever. GG's. Some foils getting posted in our Discord. Make sure you are in our Discord server. That's where we are all hanging out. We will be looking up deck lists later. We will be chatting about spoilers from Final Fantasy. And that's where you should be. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our Patreon and or our Coffee page. What else do I have to tell you people to do? I think that's about it. I advise you, I demand, actually, that you stick around right now for a raid. Stick around for a raid. You'll get some channel points for sticking around a few more seconds. That wraps it up for me for this week. I'll see everybody soon. Have a good weekend. Peace out.